Hey guys, meteorologist Chris Tomer here with this mountain weather update. And the first thing I want to start off with is this snowstorm that hit Pikes Peak, which is just south of Denver near Colorado Springs. And this happened during that super soaker storm system that I had talked about last week between 510 and 512. Well, it was all snow above 10,000. This was one of the photos, and I estimated 3 to 4 feet of snow hit Pikes Peak from 11,000 all the way up to the summit. And I'll just show you some of the photos, and all of these are courtesy of Luke Doyle, who took these as they were clearing snow off of the road that goes up from Glen Cove to the top of Pikes Peak. You can see, I mean, it's just very deep snow. Again, I am estimating, and I'll show you how I got the estimation of 3 to 4 feet coming up here in a second, but just the photos are incredible. You can see how deep it is off to the side, and then one last photo right there. So let me just kind of give you an overview of this before we get into the forecast part of this. So Pikes Peak got nailed by 3 to 4 feet of snow. I have the photos here on my blog, christomer.com, if you want to see those again, all from Luke Doyle. So it was robust precipitation. I call it the super soaker storm system. It was the same one that hit Denver in the Front Range with 5, 6, 7 inches of rain, record amounts of rain. Last week, 510 to 512. So what I did was I used two different observations, two different measurements. Manitou Springs, there are some rain gauges near there from the Kokoraz network, and about 3.86 was the closest observation, 3.86 inches of liquid. So then I said, okay, let's go a little bit higher up. Glen Cove is the only snow telemetry site. We have a bunch of these spread out across Colorado. So I have the data right here, and you can see the value, the snow water equivalent, at about 11,391 feet at Glen Cove was 3.40 inches, and actually added 2 more tenths on 514, between 530 and 514. So the two measurements, the two observations were very similar. So what I did was I took both. We can do a conversion in the world of meteorology, ratios. 10 to 1, 12 to 1, 14 to 1. You can see the estimation. So what I did was I said at Glen Cove, it was warmer at about 30 degrees air temp, so we'll use 10 to 1. At higher elevations, I went 14 to 1. And my very crude rough drawing of Pikes Peak, about 3 feet near the bottom around Glen Cove, and about 4 feet as you go up higher on the peak. So pretty interesting. Take a look at that. But fascinating to see that much snow in May on Pikes Peak. All right, let's go into the forecast portion of this, and I want to show you radar first because it is another active afternoon. So here's the radar out of Salt Lake, and there are just thunderstorms developing across Nevada, southern Idaho, northwest parts of Utah, and also closer to Salt Lake. I'll take you in just a little bit closer here and show you what's going on. But this is going to happen each afternoon now, and especially as we head into Wednesday and Thursday with a surge of moisture coming in, we're going to see more of this activity on those days. Let me take you over to the Denver area radar. So we've got some afternoon storms, all of this sort of tracking out of the northwest and rolling down over the eastern plains. But starting tomorrow, I think we're going to have storms closer to Denver, more over the mountains tomorrow, and especially on Thursday, there's going to be a lot of coverage over the mountains, Front Range, and eastern plains with rain and thunderstorms. So that'll bring you up to speed as far as the current situation. Let me show you what the pattern is and what we're looking at here. So here's the jet stream on 518, and I showed you this yesterday. You can see a little bit of that blue, little jet wind coming down through Montana, Wyoming, and Colorado. There's a front in there. It's going to grab some of this surging moisture that's coming in from the south, this new moisture, almost monsoon-esque, but we're looking at 1 to 200% of normal precipitatable water values, so that means the atmosphere is going to be loaded with extra moisture, and along with this wind profile, the door's wide open, and we're going to see a little bit of a surge coming in Wednesday, Thursday, and early Friday. Now, beyond this, even further down the road, this is 525. So what's happening right here is we're still looking at southerly winds, even at this level, at jet stream level. So the moisture is going to continue to come in from the south. So each day through the end of the month, probably, we're going to see a chance of afternoon rain and thunderstorms over the mountains. We're not going to be able to shake that pattern. I just don't think. And here by 525, there's some sort of low pressure sliding into the Pacific Northwest. So that may help to funnel additional moisture into the Intermountain West. But interesting to see that at 525. Now let me take you back here And I'm going to show you what the forecast radar and satellite look like so you can plan this out. So, forecast radar satellite on Wednesday morning, dry. In the afternoon, showers, thunderstorms bubble up in green. And then again on Thursday, more coverage, especially in Colorado, New Mexico. And then again, they flare in southern Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, all the way through the weekend. You can see, and there it is by Sunday in the afternoon. Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, shower storms in green popping up over most of the Intermountain West. So that pattern is long-lived. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this mountain weather update. Covered Pikes Peak, and we covered the forecast. Thanks for tuning in here. Take care.